Hello, everybody. This is Connor on Connor's Retribution Analysis, and I've got Kaelyssa, double Sentinels, double Trident, and Helios. Very light on solos, just an Arcanist and an Eiryss, taking my free points on the Sentinel UAs. Idea behind this list is it's a pretty decent defense skew since everything can have native force barrier and you can toss blur on it. I theorize that Phantom Hunter Helios poles might be really good for setting up Sentinels. And the Tridents with Sprint in my head sound really, really good. And just, I don't know, I feel like it's a lot of tools. Kaelyssa has always been a very toolbox caster, and she doesn't do the things like hit fix or damage fix or threat range extension fix. And this list that I'm bringing right now kind of has all those tools built into it. It is a pretty well balanced list, really. And then you just add her tool kit and her feed onto it, and it seems actually really good. Like I have pretty high expectations of this list going into this game. Also, getting my other list, getting a hollow victory in that last game with my Children of the Dragon Fiona 2 list against this Gorten list and getting just decimated on attrition. I kind of would like to, get some vengeance. Elves kind of hate Legion, but I'd like to actually do work and stuff. Also showing off my full art card over there for Kaelyssa. All my warcasters have the full art cards. Pretty cool. You can download and print those off on the Retribution Facebook. If you ask around, there's people that have them. They're pretty sweet if you play with cards. I really like looking at them, and I don't know, makes me happy. I guess that's why I play this game. I got to go first. That +1 theme benefit we rolled off a couple of times. He had +1 from Anastasia. I won, felt really good, and I got up the board. And Tridents went full force ahead. Everything ran its pretty much max distance. And Eiryss is going to go camp out behind this forest. His turn. He kind of gets up the board. I'm going to make this game different than last game, though, because Helios is going to push Gorten back every turn. That's my plan. Helios is just going to sit there behind that forest with Phantom Hunter and push Gorten so that he doesn't get to use his feet. And hopefully my army with my feet and Kaelyssa's tools can beat his army without any caster support. Fingers crossed. If not, I probably have a problem. This is the same list from last list. Eiryss walks over here, takes a shot at him. Of course, it's going to get shield guarded to the Ogre and Bokur, but it gets rid of his shield guard. And maybe I probably didn't need to do that. I could have just boosted all. I could have trampled up and boosted. I only need to push him once, 3 inches. But this makes it so I'm for sure getting at least 1 3-inch push on him because I'll have 2 boosted to hits and needing 8s. I'll get one of them. It felt really important to get Gorten pushed back on this turn. So yeah, that's what happens. This Trident over here has Sprint on it. These Sentinels have Blur on them. And Trident just walks up to right here and just starts hosing down Steelhead and boosts a shot into that cavalry and kills the cavalry. And then it sprints back. Sentinels sort of run up. Most of them sit on the hill. They pop mini feet because I'm afraid of that gunner being at this very, very sweet, powerful attack. Rat 6, POW 10 is without other help without prevention can kill a lot of Sentinels. And it's hard for me being squished in between these huge bases to space them in, like a concave so that the spray doesn't have as much effect. Over here, all these Steelheads that are behind that house, I'm just going to keep them over there. Trident comes over here, shoots down the volley gun, and then boosts to hit Alexia, hits her, and then boosts damage, and I roll the 14 that I needed to kill her on 1 shot. And that feels really, really, really good. And then the Trident repos back. And at this point, I kind of realize I don't think I really need Sprint. Repo seems to be good enough, especially with Kaelyssa's feet. I'm out of all the threats that I want to be out of. So yeah, Sentinels start filling in behind the Trident. And we have a turn that looks like this. Kaelyssa feet is up. And come on, man, do your worst. So he does not want to commit his cav. And he plays them very wisely. And he's just like, I'm just going to keep them in the trench. Keeps them in the trench. I feel like I have crushed this side. He tramples the driller over, and I think he misses on double ones to hit the Trident. Or I know he does underwhelming damage, very underwhelming damage. Being Strength of Granted with 2 attacks at dice +3 or something like that, he should have gotten in a decent amount of damage, but didn't really. Yep. And over here, what happened here? What happened here? Gorten was way back there. I remember him. Oh, that's what he did. He got rid of these 2 Sentinels, and then he put a covering fire template down in front of these Sentinels so they can't really go anywhere with their vengeance attacks. And then over here, he just advanced the Steelheads up behind the house. And the gun bunnies just tried to spray on the Trident. They didn't really try and kill any Sentinels. And a whole bunch of other Steelheads just came running up. And yeah. No, actually, sorry. He didn't kill any Sentinels over here. Didn't kill any of them. He used this heavy cav model to bulldoze the Sentinel away so that the gun bunny could spray down Eiryss. That's how it went. Now I remember. So, my turn. There's an annoying Gorten right back there up again. So, rinse and repeat. Phantom Hunter's going on Helios. I push Gorten. It allows me to ignore the cover. And I push him after Shield Guard all the way over to there. And then I miss with both my attacks on this gun bunny. Womp womp. I really am struggling with this covering fire template. And I would really, 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 really like that thing to die so that it goes away. And then Trident can clear out these Sentinels. And then these Sentinels can charge in deeper and create a buffer zone between the heavy cav and my Trident. So looking at my resources, I think the only way I can do that is by freeing up this Trident on my right-hand side. So, to begin that, Sentinels charge the gun bunny and charge the driller. Good dice, they remove the driller. Leave the gun bunny right here on 2 boxes. And then Trident charges Gorten over here, misses his attack, don't really care. I mean, he's on enough camp, and I can't knock him down. I don't think the assassination run is there, but I do like that he's in the way of Gorten. And then I start taking shots at the volley gun. Things do not go my way. I got 1 power token, and I rolled up not very many shots, and I missed a whole bunch, and I did not kill the volley gun. And that is really, really bad, because now this Trident is going to die to Steelheads, and I am not going to crush this side of the board like I wanted to. So, okay, we'll just go with this. This Trident walks over to here, shoots down a whole bunch of Steelhead, and then boosts a shot at the cav guy over there. He hits him, and then I roll damage. I roll a 6, and it was dice off 4, so I don't quite kill him, which is very unfortunate. And then Sentinels just get into the mix and kill a whole bunch more Steelheads over here. And, yeah, stuff dies. So his turn. He's like, thank you for giving these Steelheads not a wasted life behind the house, because that's pretty much what they were doing, is wasting their life behind the house over there. They all charge and kill this Trident, and kill this Sentinel. Gorten feats and pushes all these Sentinels into a pile, and then pushes some of these. He puts down a covering fire template and pushes all these other Sentinels to a covering fire template. Gun bunny comes over and sprays down this pile of Sentinels. So just like that, I'm down about 10 Sentinels and down a Trident. And then it just keeps getting worse. The heavy cav come charging in, and the 3 of them kill the full health Trident because of flank from one of the Steelheads that was able to get there in position. And yeah, this driller got Pathfinder from the objective, charged Helios, did not do very well on dice at all, and Helios is quite fine. However, I have lost a massive amount of things, and do not feel great anymore. Oh, there was a time skip here. So after he did that, Helios removes the driller, and Sentinels attempt to kill all the cavalry that were over here and clean things up. They miss and fail a lot, and I do my charges incorrectly and put in too much redundancy when I should have just gotten greedy and gone for everything. And it just kind of falls apart there. And then all these Steelheads that were over here, the Sentinels come and clean up most of them. And we end up at a spot like this. Because of this wall here, what I should have probably done, this is not a wall I can dispel. If he was in a different spot, I would have tried to dispel his wall and then have Helios pull him to his doom and kill him. Or have Sentinels charge him or something like that. However, with the Ogryn Bokur there and the other resources, I made the scenario play and killed the driller, or the attrition play and killed the driller and other things that were in my way. So his turn, and basically his turn can be summarized pretty easily as everything. Steelhead and Cav will push my Sentinels around and then kill them, and Gun Bunny will come over and spray down the Sentinel over here, and Ogryn Bokur charges a Sentinel, Steelheads attack Sentinels, Gun Bunny sprays Sentinels, and I have exactly no Sentinels left in the game, and my only 3 models are Helios, and Arcanist, and Kaelyssa. And here we are. Oh, I also skipped a picture there. Gorten was more or less where he is now, except for he came on the other side of this, so it's time for me to go for assassination. Kaelyssa walks up into the forest because it's turn like 4 or 5 and the score is 1-1. And because I no longer have models to contest, he can I can't stop him from continuing to score points and running Gorten away and winning the game on scenario at turn 7 or just by scenario. Even though Helios can kill everything that's left in the game, probably no problem. So I decided to go for an assassination play. Kaelyssa goes up and Gorten has 3 focus on him, and she just starts pulling the focus right off of him. And feels pretty good. Pulling the focus right off of him, doing a little bit of incremental damage. And then Helios walks up, and I start my pulls. I have 3 focus on Helios and concentrated power. And I decide that I only need to pull him twice to get him in melee range. And his Ogryn Bokur is all the way up over here where it charged and killed the Sentinels. So it's not in shield guard range. So the first pull, I pull him, and I only pull him 2.5 inches, because if I pull him 3 inches, he'll be in shield guard range of the Ogryn Bokur. And then I decide to hard roll on 8 with my second, and I miss, and then I boost to hit my third shot, and I hit him, thank goodness, needed the 8. And I get him within melee range of Helios. I have 1 focus left, because there was one of those rolls that I did not boost to hit, because I only needed 2 pulls, so I tried to hard roll an 8 after getting the first. I hit with my first punch, and it about half health him at dice plus 4. And then I roll my second, needing a 7 to hit. I miss, and everyone gathers around my table, and you can feel the tension rising. And I roll it, and it's a 7, and he doesn't have very many boxes left to dice plus 4. I mean, I roll an 8, I think, but I needed to roll basically like double ones or 1-2 to actually kill him. And yep, he explodes, and that's how I win the game. He also would have been on fire with 4 boxes, so I mean, maybe there's a chance. Probably not, since he's armor 19. But yeah, that was interesting, because I felt like this Trident move over here a couple turns back had the potential to allow me to clear this whole side, and it did not get me where I wanted to be, because I did not bring down the volley gun crew, which those guys, they are really, really good guys. Covering fire templates are really annoying if you're running infantry. Really annoying. Gunlines probably don't care, but man, my melee infantry, they care. Also, gun bunnies and steelhead are really brutal into ret. Just besides forges, shadows, defenders, and legions all of our infantry do not like the peace trade with Steelheads and gun bunnies. For their price, they have the magic stats to kill the crap out of our infantry, and our infantry are just more expensive. It's just how it works. Yeah, you can say that Sentinels are going to be better than Steelheads, but so what? I just killed a whole unit of Steelheads after they killed like 5 or 6 of my Sentinels, and all my Sentinels are out in a pile ready to die. It's a bad trade. Steelheads going into my Houseguard Halberdiers. Yeah, my guys threat farther than them. They're more accurate than them. They hit harder than them, but they're also 6 points more expensive than them. And in just the walk around CMA trading, they just kind of break even, which is really, really meh. Really annoying, actually. In Shadows, Mage Hunter Strike Force can shoot the crap out of them, and with any type of caster support have the magic number, and that's actually kind of where we have a game into them. But the Spray Bunnies just are devastating into Shadows. The blast damage that the Artillery Corps... the Steelhead Soldiers of Fortune theme in general is really, really rough, I feel like, into our non-Forges options, just as a thing. And I love my Merc player, so I play him a lot, so I've had a lot of experience with this and kind of learning how that goes. I really wish that I either hadn't gone for this Trident play over here, or I had just put my Trident out of the threat range of the cavalry. Losing both Tridents in one turn was devastating. If I had one of them still left, I think the game changes a lot, because then next turn I'll have removed a lot more, and there won't be as many tools to remove my Sentinels. Which, I mean, I'm just going to lose all my Sentinels anyway, since everything in this list kills Sentinels. But it would have been nice to get more armor cracking out of them, clean up the gun bunnies, clean up all the things before they just kind of start getting hosed. And then, the better scenario player wins. Or the better assassination player. Really liked Phantom Hunter on Helios. That was freaking sweet. I actually really had a good time with this list, and I'm hoping to play it more. So thank you for watching, guys, and let me know what you think. And Gorten was removed from the table, but I curse splattered him right there. That's how things settled out. So thanks for watching.